Good morning, dear students. Today we're going to have to understand about the factors affecting reaction velocity or the enzyme catalyzed reaction. What are the factors that are very much important in understanding or which provide constants to the enzyme activity? There are a number of factors which are actually have its influence on the enzymatic reaction. One of them is temperature, then hydrogen ion concentration, that is pH, changing pH control. Then again there is substrate concentration, then enzyme concentration, then products of the reaction. What will be the products that will appear after the reaction that could have its influence on the enzymatic activity. Then the presence of activator and inhibitor. Activator which actually enhances the rate of reaction, and inhibitor which actually decrease the rate of reaction. Then allosteric effect, that allosteric site is actually present on, if this is an enzyme, that allosteric site could be present somewhere here, and this is an active site. So the presence of such site and addition of allosteric compound over here will does have some kind of an effect on the activity of enzymes. So that will have to understand these different factors which does have its effect on the enzymatic reaction. The effect of temperature. Temperature does have profound effect on the enzymatic reaction. Now, how it actually takes place? Most of the enzymes are proteinous in nature. All this, then there some exceptions are of RNA enzymes. But majorly for this effect of temperature, we just consider enzymes of proteinous in nature. Now each and every protein has its optimum temperature, and for the purpose of enzymatic reaction, whatever the protein that plays a role of enzyme are all of globular in nature, and this globular protein does have their structure in 3D forms or the quaternary forms. So when we increase the temperature slowly up to 35-40 degrees Celsius, and then we again move towards the 60 degrees Celsius, from 0 degree to 60 degrees Celsius. What exactly is been happening with the activity of enzyme? As you can see within this graph, this is the activity graph. The enzyme shows highest number of its activity within some temperature range, and that temperature range is about, here we can say, 25 degrees Celsius to the 45 degrees Celsius, but still that range is in and around 40 degrees Celsius. Most of the enzymes are active in and around 40 degrees Celsius. So the optimum temperature range of its highest activity or the highest enzymatic activity ranges from 25 degrees Celsius to the 45 degrees Celsius. Most of the enzyme. And once they deviate from this, when they deviate towards the maximum temperature range over here, or the lower temperature towards this side, there is a problem starts for the enzymatic reaction. What exactly these problems? As I told you, most of the enzymes are active in their native state. Native state, the residential state means their own structural status, where all its configuration are in native state. But once they move from the temperature, their configuration changes. Their structural moiety gate changes out, and when that changes, they aren't able to attract the substrate within their active site. They aren't capable of adding the substrate within their active sites. So when the substrate doesn't get added within that active site, they can't show their activity. The substrate can't be fit into the active site, and that substrate doesn't change. So with this changing temperature, whether it is moving towards the 0 or whether it is moving towards the 60 degrees Celsius. So within that condition, beyond this, beyond 40-45 degrees Celsius and below this 25 degrees Celsius, the activity of enzyme decreases, and the maximum, or what we can say optimum activity, you can see within the temperature range of 25 degrees Celsius to the 40 degrees Celsius. There are some enzymes which can do act beyond that temperature, and they can act in around 100 to 150 degrees Celsius, and these are found within the bacteria, or particularly archaebacteria. Those are living in the hydrothermal vents. Those are living on the uh, volcanic peaks or volcanic craters. Those are having such kind of an enzyme which can withstand above 100 degrees Celsius. But in nature, most of the enzymes are active within the range of 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius. Then the next thing we understand the effect of pH. Similarly, as of temperature, most of the enzymes are active at neutral temperature. Neutral temperature, that neutral temperature is in and around 7 to 8 degrees Celsius, 8 pH. And there are some enzymes which are very exceptional ones, which are activated in the highly acidic or some highly basic. So what these enzymes? So one of the enzyme that is present within the stomach, that is known as pepsin, is activated at the pH range of 1 to 2. So in and around 1.5 to 2 is the optimum range of that pepsin activation. Actually, that pepsin get activated by this very acidic pH range, highly acidic pH range. A precursor of pepsin that is known as pepsinogen. That pepsinogen cut its anteriormost parts and it will be converted into pepsin. So this is pepsin which is active in acidic reaction, and most of the enzymes like trypsin, which is also a proteolytic enzyme, is activated at the range of 7 to 8 pH, and most of the enzyme, in fact we should say within the body, are activated this optimal pH range. Beyond this, after pH 8 or below pH 7, they lose their configuration, they lose their 3D structure, and so they are unable to react with the substrate. Similarly, in case of the pepsin, it cannot be act beyond the pH 2.5. It cannot have its activity below pH 1 because they lose their structure, they lose their integrity. So the effect of pH is similar to the effect of temperature. There should be an optimum temperature. Some enzymes are activated at highly acidic temperature, a highly acidic pH, sorry, and there are some which are, or most of the enzymes are activated in and around the neutral pH. Then we have to understand the rate of reaction. The rate of reaction in case of the substrate concentration. The rate of reaction or velocity is directly proportional to the enzyme concentration when sufficient substrate is present. What does it mean? Means if sufficient amount of substrate is present within the reaction mixture and sufficient amount of enzyme is there. So there are largely that substrate will have adequate amount of its active sites so that they can fit into those number of enzymes. So then when the concentration of enzyme is more, So when the concentration of substrate is adequate, then the reaction velocity will be goes in that direction. Unanimously, it will move towards this end. So it will reach to Vmax at very fast. If the reaction mixture does contain sufficient amount of enzymatic concentration and sufficient amount of substrate concentration. And if that substrate concentration is or what we can say even more, so this could lead to the accumulation of the excessive amount of product, and that excessive amount of product will lead to the inhibition of enzyme activity. In case of transcription of tyrosine, when huge amount of excess amount of tyrosine produced, that tyrosine give its feedback response to the tyrosine synthase, and that enzyme will block the production of tyrosine. So similarly, the increased substrate concentration will enhance the velocity, but in similar manner, the accumulation of high amount of product concentration will lead to the inhibition of enzyme activity. So the enzyme activity will be lower down here. In the next lecture, we understand about the effect of substrate concentration, and then we have to move towards the enzyme. I think you don't have enzyme kinetics. This sticks to the substrate concentration in the next lecture. We just have to talk one thing with this. As and when we add the substrate, this is the time. So as and when you add the substrate, the reaction will reach to its maximum rate. It will move towards the Vmax, but it never touches the Vmax. We'll understand what this Vmax and the enzymatic concentration. This is the Vmax line. Vmax. So when the reaction is moving with the substrate concentration, it will reach to its top, but it will never reach the velocity maximum. Thank you.